SpicyWaffle, I'm Corwin.
And I'm Uko.
And today we are having our Ask the Waffle segment, or at least the answers part of it. We had the questions part several videos back, and here we are with the answers. You may notice that in the background, I'm playing some VR games. It's probably me shooting arrows or launching balls, exploding boxes with my virtual balls.
Oh,
that sounds completely
those
classless.
balls.
Seriously, I am loving the fuck out of the VR. The HTC Vive is like way more than I could have ever possibly expect, and it has like I always hated motion controls completely, and I love them now, and it's awesome. But let's get on with the questions. Pearl Redmond asks, who's your favorite Let's Player, and/or what YouTuber inspired you to start? Well, we were inspired to start by sort of having wanted to do it for a long time. No one particularly inspired us to start, but our favorite YouTuber, I would say, would be Jacksepticeye.
Definitely for me too, yeah.
He definitely has a very similar sort of enthusiasm and attitude, and it really sort of inspires me to continue being crazy.
I think it made
just
us
letting everybody see my insanity.
Yeah, I think it made us realize that we could get right in everybody's face and get away with it.
Although I do think we are like 10,000 times more lewd and obscene than he is.
Oh yeah.
We
Definitely.
may be setting the bar for lewd and obscene without violating YouTube's like rules against that. Now, as far as like non-gaming YouTubers, we watch a whole bunch of things. We watch variety channels like Ashens. Ashens is always awesome, and we watch a whole bunch of weird sort of trivia channels like Forgotten Weapons or Scala Gladiatoria. We're into weird trivia shit. I don't know why.
Also, for some reason,
knowing random shit.
Well, also, it's awesome to know stuff about various weapons because then you recognize them in games.
Exactly. That is very true. And then you play Battlefield 1 and you say, what the fuck is this gun doing in Battlefield 1? It doesn't fucking belong there. Then Nepu's Heart asks, is there a game that you guys disliked while you were playing on the channel? That's sort of an interesting question. We grew to hate Hatred by the end of the game. There were a lot of things that I loved about Hatred, but by the end of the game, the frame rate dropping and a variety of weird things
kind of made it hard to record.
A lot of the love for the game away from me. I can't really think of anything else that I've really had that much of a problem with. There have been a few games that have caused serious issues while
a lot of
we were
times
playing
it'll
them.
be things like games that would record poorly and we'd have to re-record
or
stuff,
just suddenly crash and then I want to bash my head through the wall or something like that. Most of the games by far that we've disliked are games that we actually just scrapped the video and it never got up on the channel. There have been a variety of games. I can't think of we at one point we tried to record GTA 5. Now it's not that we disliked playing GTA 5. We love it, but then there were a bunch of weird little issues. We might actually be putting up a GTA 5 video in the near future. I'm not sure. Do something for Christmas in GTA 5. We love doing sort of holiday themed videos, stuff like that. Then he asks, what happened to Battle Block and Serious Sam 3? Battle Block disappeared because it was one of those games that always had weird problems, and we ended up losing a video for it. And then when we went back to record it, it was kind of like, no! And then a whole bunch of time passed by,
and so it becomes kind of embarrassing.
You know that thing with,
really,
where like sometimes little kids, they'll have a paper route, and they'll, instead of delivering the papers, they'll just dump them into a creek or into a sewer drain or something like that. That's what happened to Battle Block Theater. We might get back to it at some point. As far as Serious Sam 3, it is coming in the near future. It's just we have too many fucking games going on. We're like picking up new game crack addicts, and Serious Sam 3 would be one too many games right now.
I mean, I know we
then
promised
again,
we'd do it.
we will be doing it at some point. The big thing is we need to finish something like Gears of War or Shadow Warrior 2, something else very co-op related, because co-op things over the network where Uko has to edit both videos, that gets really, really painful and adds like a variety of issues that don't exist when we're recording in the same room. And he also asks, 20K subs means that Corwin's murder cock is in space right now.
That is exactly what it means.
It just poked the ISS out of orbit, and the astronauts are spiraling into the sun. Okay, they're spiraling into the sun. Moving on, Kaitain Running asks, are you gonna make spicy waffles in a video and taste test them?
Eventually,
yes, we will.
We actually
have
have
talked
thought of
about
that, yeah.
for since pretty much the beginning of the channel. We're gonna get a whole bunch of cancer-causing, food color and stuff like that. Whip it into a spicy waffle
and a bunch of ghost peppers,
sriracha as syrup. Okay, that's what
maybe
we'll do.
like cook it down in a pan so it's all scissorpy.
So we will be doing that eventually, and we'll do a whole video on the creation of the spicy waffle, and then people will be like, why don't you do a cooking show instead of a gaming show? And then I'll have to burn their faces with my waffle iron.
Well, it will be because we suck at cooking, and it will take us all damn day to make 2 waffles.
That is true. Then again, we're actually a lot better at cooking than most people, just not at making waffles. I've made waffles before, and it's a fucking awful thing to do.
Well, they always turn out puffy and chewy.
I feel sorry for the elves that work at the Eggo factory, okay? Making all those sweet Eggo waffles.
That's Keebler, and they don't make... You know what? Keebler should make waffles, damn it.
Keebler should make waffles. Okay, so Akshay asks, what do we do besides YouTube? Do we live together? And has Uko ever had a ghost pepper? He has not had a ghost pepper.
I need to have one.
He needs to have one and have sort of mouth pain destroying his life, shit like that. Besides YouTube, we are 3D artists. We've done a lot of 3D art. That's what we're trained for. And I got to admit, compared to doing YouTube, it sucks. I don't have a passion for that. Okay?
No,
the passion was sucked out of me when I realized that I would never probably be working on a video game. The passion was like, it was like some sort of alien latched onto my head and sucked all the passion out and made me want to slap myself awake by making a YouTube channel where I have to record 2 videos a day and go insane as my throat explodes. That's how it works. And additionally, we are now living together. It's pretty beastly. It makes it a lot easier to record. We didn't always, and that was kind of a pain in the ass, but now we live together, record YouTube videos together. That's fucking awesome. We need to get a better area to record because we record in a really small room, and that sucks. So we're going to be looking into finding some sort of way to have a recording studio. We've been planning that for a long time, but getting that set up is a bigger pain in the ass than you could possibly imagine. Okay, so Martin Wagner asks, could you play some more innocent games that are fun too, like Terraria? You kind of make every game brutal with your commentary. Well, we are planning on playing Terraria.
We totally
at some
will,
point.
and we will make it brutal.
Yeah, we will make it brutal. If we play games, we're gonna make them brutal. I don't know if you've seen us playing The Escapists. We turned it into some sort of brutal, insane elf porn, fucking reindeer drama. Okay, that's what we've done.
We didn't draw any elf porn, but that's only because I can't draw 2D art.
Yeah, that is true.
That's the only reason.
Way back at our first or second Wolfenstein: The New Order video, Uko draws something weird. I don't remember what it was.
It was something
that video
to do
probably
with
incredibly terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. Don't watch it.
Don't watch it. But it was some sort of, maybe we'll even find a way to throw it up on the screen during this video, so you can see Uko's art. Uka is like your alter ego, mini-me or something like that. that I accidentally sat on and suffocated.
That would just... What? Wait, no. Are you saying that I had a fictional, tiny little version of myself that you suffocated with your ass?
Obviously, that's what it is.
Are you on drugs?
Yes. Don't you know anything? Okay, so Ender Iron Man asks, are you brothers?
Yes, we are.
We are brothers, and we probably always will be unless I have to destroy Uko at some point so I can take over the world, okay? Because there can only be one Highlander, okay?
I thought you were going to say, in case I needed both your kidneys.
Okay, well, if I need both, we are brothers, though, and we are really good brothers. We are definitely, best friends, that kind of thing. And if Uko needed a kidney, I would definitely find someone to kill and take a kidney for him. Okay, that's what I would do.
That seems fucked up, but that's actually a greater risk.
That's a greater risk
than giving you a kidney from you. That's legal.
Yep.
You can't get caught doing that.
So Please End My Life asks, what's your favorite game to play to blow off some steam? I'm guessing Project Brutality. Well, it's not Project Brutality. I go through a lot of different games that I play. I play tons of games, seriously. Right now, I've been playing an ass ton of Final Fantasy 15, but as far as blowing off steam, I would have to say recently it's been either Civilization, are oddly enough Stardew Valley. Talk about a game that is way innocent seeming, but I make it seem weird and fucked up when I play it.
That's the one we couldn't really make brutal though, without a lot of effort. Like
we've actually thought about doing some sort of weird semi-scripted series for Stardew Valley that involves lots of murder and making characters disappear. And if eventually we get to the point where they actually have co-op properly for it, we will make some sort of fucked up Stardew Valley series.
That would allow it to be a thing that could happen.
Not promise, okay? That's what I do. So Papyrus the Skeleton asks, can you two play with your parents? You can choose the game, and congrats on 20K. Okay, so the thing is, we will probably one day at least drag one of our parents in to play a game. Even though I know it's fucked up to be screaming about your murder cock while your mother's in the room.
That will be the one time where we don't do
about
that.
my murder cock right then, okay?
That's too weird, okay? That's way too weird.
Because that would be awkward as fuck. You know what? Fuck it, I'll do it. I'll scream about my murder cock and fucking imps and stuff like that because I don't even give a shit. Look, she won't mind because I'm the favorite son, okay? I'm the younger favorite son.
Maybe you need to kiss my ass then.
Okay, Quake Doom Nukem asks, are you guys going to play some Genesis games or SNES games?
That's an interesting question.
Great for Contra, Gunstar Heroes, or Streets of Rage. Now, first of all, we have done like Double Dragon Neon. I know it's a remaster and that the original game is in some ways better. I recently beat the original Double Dragon for the first time.
I was
playing it on the Android version, which was pretty fucking cool. And we've talked in the past about doing a Contra playthrough because although we have played it before, we've never actually beaten it. We are like huge old school gamers. We play tons of old school games. So we would like to one day do some SNES games. It's just been sort of recently doing nothing but new games. Sadly, the way YouTube works is if you're not gigantic or playing new games, YouTube is like, yeah, rot down there at the bottom of nothing.
No one will ever see your
shit
video.
On you. That is true.
That's how it works.
Crypto says that there was a while back he was playing some Max Payne 2 mod and someone named Corwin was in the credits. I doubt it, but was it you? And what are your favorite games and or genres? So it wasn't me, sadly, but we are, and we're not going to tell you what movie it was, but we are both credited on IMDb in one of the worst rated movies on the entirety of IMDb.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
If you find it, we'll deny that it was us, but we are on a terrible, terrible movie that we never want anybody to find out about, but eventually
we are ashamed,
it will be some hilarious trivia.
We are
somebody
ashamed.
finds it out. And what are both of your favorite games and or genres? Well, for me, I like both first-person shooters and RPGs. Those are my favorite genres by a huge margin. I used to be a very competitive Counter-Strike 1.6 player way back in the depths and mists of time. So Counter-Strike will always have a soft spot in my heart, even if I'm terrible at it now. And I would also say that Final Fantasy VI is probably my favorite game of all time. Final Fantasy VI and The Elder Scrolls Morrowind. What about you?
Okay, for me, I think it's the Civilization series, and I loved all the GTA games. I think maybe GTA San Andreas was my favorite.
I think Vice City was my favorite. Vice City was
also awesome.
I do hope they eventually return to Vice City because the neon and all the face exploding. But what I didn't like was the inability to swim. When you go in the water, you're like dissolving in acid or something like that.
We also love the Elder Scrolls games.
Seriously fucked up. Yeah, we love the Elder Scrolls games like crazy. That's why Morrowind is one of my favorite games of all time. Okay, moving on. Marcus Andrews asks, what do your faces look like? They look like some skin stretched over a skull, and then there's a lot of beard, okay? With both of us, there's a lot of beard. I have a ton of curly hair.
You know what's funny, though?
Curly as fuck.
We just mentioned the Elder Scrolls, and basically you described a drogger. It's what you just, we're not drogger. We're alive.
Some skin smeared all over a skull. Moha Master, I assume that's how you pronounce that. How come you don't do consoles? Well, we actually have done some console games before. We did a pathetically short-lived series of Rise of the Tomb Raider, and that didn't work out well because the Xbox One's controller was really floaty and weird for that game, and then we never really got around to returning to it. But we also played Metal Slug on the console. We captured
the only way to
Metal
get
Slug
one of them.
XX, for example. You could only play it captured from the Xbox One, and that was really fucking awesome. We will eventually be returning to doing more console gaming. It's just that recently that hasn't been the thing that we've wanted to do. Carnage Phantasm asks, how long do you plan on keeping doing this? Until the sun burns out, okay?
That's the answer, literally.
I will be hobbling around on a walker, and then I'll be like, taste my murder cock, and then I'll accidentally break my hip or something like that.
I thought you were going to say accidentally break your murder cock.
No, I'm
Holy
not my murder
balls.
cock is unbreakable
because
it's made out of duratanium.
I was going to say at that point it will be replaced by high-tech super materials.
High-tech super sex cock. Son Goku asks, when did you two start doing YouTube? Do you love it? First of all, we love it. It's fucking awesome. YouTube is one of the best things you can do. Occasionally, things get really stressful. Don't even deny that in any possible way. And doing 2 videos a day can be killer, okay?
Yeah, it can be really stressful.
Your social life. It kills your life.
But
it's fucking rewarding.
We'll tell you a secret. If you start doing it and keep doing it for like long enough to make it a habit, it will then become an obsession.
Yeah, it becomes an obsession.
Like,
You're addicted
literally
to it.
It is an addiction.
It's like crack cocaine or something like that.
In fact, I said this to Corwin yesterday while we were talking just randomly, that if we were into alcohol in the same way that we are into YouTube,
people would be like, you have a problem.
Yeah, we would
have to do an intervention.
Yeah, we get intervening about every Saturday.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And the truth is, when you start seeing people comment, like in the comments for this video alone, the one that we asked all of you to ask us questions, we have people from Liverpool, England, and Venice, Italy, saying how much they love our videos. That's fucking awesome. People all around the world hearing me scream crazy shit. That gets addictive real fucking fast.
It is an endorphin dump into your brain.
And finally, John Marston asks, what is your favorite food? Both of us. Okay, for me, I would probably have to say I love fettuccine Alfredo. Alfredo sauce is awesome. I love pasta. Waffles are really good. I can't really say that I don't love waffles, but I love pasta.
I also love pasta. I like pasta with pesto sauce, whichever region of Italy that comes from. But I also like the really spicy varieties of Chinese food.
Yeah, Uko loves spicy food. He's fucking obsessed with it.
That's how I roll. Like,
yeah.
and I mean, amazingly, my face doesn't explode from it. I don't get any kind of like problems later on.
So
I'm
you're
one of those
saying
people,
you don't get like spicy food gonorrhea or something like that?
I was referring to the ring of fire that some people get, but I don't.
Yes. Okay, so that's all for this AMA thing. I'm sorry if we didn't get to your question. This video was probably dragging on massively as it was. We will have another one of these in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that sexy thumbs up button and stay fucking beautiful. SpicyWaffle signing out.